Hey good people, and welcome to another episode of Chronicles la Familia. We are the show that brings you the stories on family and what people go through, real life situations. Thank you so much for your continued support. Indeed, we cannot say we have come this far because you have supported us. Continue liking, subscribing, sharing, even with your friends. Today on set, we have a lady that has seen the hand of God. She has gone through so much. She was widowed at 25. And then along the way, she also was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I believe that her story will impact you and encourage you. So karibu sana, Mwai. It is a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome on set, Madam Margaret Mwai. Thank you for allowing yourself to share your story and to be vulnerable. I know that you will encourage somebody that is watching us to know that whatever they are probably going through, people are going through worse things, yes, and they can pull through because of the hand of God. So karibu sana. Introduce yourself to our audience.
I am Margaret Mwai. I am born again. I love Christ, and generally God has been very faithful. I honor Him. I worship Him because of whom He is in my life, and in the life that I've been living, He has been very faithful. I am a mother of two.
Wow.
Grown-ups. Firstborn is Vashit Monica Mudani.
Okay.
Vashit
okay.
Monica Mudani.
Yes.
The second one is Beatrice Sharon Nyambura.
And how old are they?
They are 30s.
Wow.
Yes.
You don't look like you have children in their 30s.
One is 30, the other one is 29.
Wow.
Because they are back to back.
Wow.
Yes. And I thank God because He has been together with us. He has walked with us.
Yes.
For sure, in our lives, I've seen God.
Wow.
I have walked with this verse in the Bible that says, God is the father to the fatherless.
Wow.
And the
husband to
the widows.
All right.
So this widow has seen God in her life.
Wow.
Margaret is just a miracle. I can stand and say to a person who is there,
yes,
not lose hope, because there is a God in heaven whom I know myself.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. So tell us, you are a widow. How old were you when you got widowed?
I got widowed when I was just 25 years.
Oh my God.
Because my husband passed on in 1995. I was married in Kirinyaga, Kabare.
Yes.
Kabare area, a place called Kirigo. That is, my husband was called Charles Mudike. He was a loving husband.
Wow.
But unfortunately, I don't complain.
Yes.
God did the best He could. Yes. So from then, I was left with these two children. And God has helped me to raise them up through thick and thin. And I've never left them under somebody's hands.
Yeah.
I've ever been working with them.
Okay.
All through.
So how long were you married to your sweetheart?
I was only married for 5 years.
Oh my God.
Because you can see my children are back to back.
Yes.
Yes, I only enjoyed marriage for 5 years.
Wow, that is very, very interesting because I can imagine being a young widow and then you're left with two kids and you have to fend them. Tell us a bit about that, to fend for them.
Okay. To me, when I was widowed, I was not employed because my husband said we cannot employ a house manager to take care of our children. So you first of all stop working and be in the house to raise our children, and that is what I did. So by the time he died, I was jobless. I was just a housewife.
Okay.
And bearing in mind that these children are back to back, they were very young, very young. And it was not easy after he left.
Yes.
But there's a prayer that I made before God. I told God, I've been your servant.
Yes.
And I have walked with you. And there's this prayer that I'll make. I'll just act like Haggai. You see, Haggai was told God that she just went to the desert, to the wilderness.
Yes.
But because it was tough for her, she just left the child.
Yes, afar off.
Yeah, afar off, because the water was over. She did not have any help.
Yes.
And she was not expecting anything or anybody to help her. So I told God, for Haggai, he told you that she's just expectant of you.
Yes.
So even to me, I just expect you. Oh no, sorry. When Haggai prayed, that you take care of them, you raised. Is it a
water in the desert?
Water in the an oasis, that is of an oasis.
Yes.
So for me, I'll just pray like Haggai. If you don't take care of us, we shall die in the wilderness, because now we are in the wilderness. But because I know your word lives, we are not going to suffer. And that is how God took care of us. And I was able to bring the children up without help of anybody, but the community, because when they came to the education, I did fundraising 2 times.
When how much along in their education did you do a harambe? Immediately after the death of your husband, or they went along? Okay,
by the time my husband died, they were young. Not even settled. The first born was, I think, 2 years. The second born was 11 months. You see, they were very young. But during the primary level, I was able to educate them because I was employed in a private school. So all through, I was paying half the fees, the school half the fees, so I did not struggle. But when they got to secondary school and colleges, it was really tough. So I had to call upon people, and God made them to answer me.
So you are telling us you are a teacher by profession?
Yes. I taught until COVID time. Yes.
All right. So let me ask you, because this is a strange world to most people. So what happens in the mind of a young widow? So when you have buried your husband, what kind of grief do you go through? What do the people around you, what role do they play?
To a young widow, it is very difficult, because people tend to take you as somebody who is young, looking for men, because you have been widowed. And so that is a battle that you fight bitterly, and that is where most of the young widows lose focus. But for me, I focused upon God, because I believe that God is able to cater for all the situations. So I grieved, but unfortunately, the family on the opposite side was not of great help to me. No.
What happened?
I think when somebody is widowed, you become a burden. It means you become a burden to everybody, and most of the people do not like carrying burdens, other people's burdens. So to me, I had to go to my motherland. I left that place, I went back to my motherland, and that is where I started afresh. So I did not go back to my in-laws.
All right. Okay, so then again, along the journey, you are diagnosed with cancer. How much along now? Are the kids grown?
I managed to bring those children up until they graduated. One was in this university, Zitec University. She graduated in Zitec University. The other one graduated in KMTC.
Yeah.
And right now they are grown and they are working. So I can say God has been faithful. But immediately after their graduation, I started feeling a lump on my left side of there. But to start with, earlier before, I was experiencing lumps in my breasts.
Yes.
It started with the left breast. There was a lump, which stayed for many years because I noticed it when I was in Form 2 back in 1988.
Really?
Yes. But then I thought it's just a step in life, a stage in life. So I did not, and furthermore, it was not painful.
Yes.
So it is until 1991 when I really became suspicious. What is this thing? It is not growing big. It is just there. What is it? So I had to go to the hospital in Nazareth, and that is where they removed it.
Yes.
And
you took a sample.
Yes. I was done, but no, they removed everything. They scooped everything.
The breast?
No, not the breast.
Oh, the lamp. The lamp.
The
Okay.
lamp, yes. But fortunately, I was diagnosed with demeanour.
Oh, right.
Yes. The doctors are able to explain more, but the summary is it was benign. It is not something cancerous.
Okay.
So I survived. The following year, that was back in 1991. 1994, I felt another lump on the right breast. I did not take chance. So before it grew, because it was growing very fast.
Yes.
So by the time I went to be removed, it had taken almost half of the breast.
Okay.
There I went to Kenyatta. They also scooped everything. And after the results, I was diagnosed with still adenoma. Though the doctor had told me if these things continue growing when you're after 35, they might become cancerous.
Oh my.
So I started, I continued with life until 2015. 2015, I felt a lump on my left side under the armpit.
Yes.
When I feel any lump, I don't take chance. I just go to the hospital. So I went back to Kenyatta.
Yes.
Where then they did not remove everything. I was done biopsy. But for the others, they scooped everything.
Okay.
So the results after about 2 weeks, that is 2015, that is when I went there and I was diagnosed with that lump. But by the time I went to the doctor to take the results, immediately I took the results today, then tomorrow the doctors went on a strike. The doctors in Kenyatta, and I did not have cash, and I was not feeling pain.
Yes.
So what did I do? I understand some of these medical terms.
Yes.
So they had written suspicious malignancy. But because I had gone through the others,
fibrio,
so I assumed, and if they have written malignancy, it could be fibroadenoma. And because I don't have cash, I'm not feeling pain.
Let me just go home.
I just survived. That was in November
2015 now.
2015 and December. In 2016, I've told you I've been a teacher.
Yes.
So we opened the school.
Yes.
My former boss asked me, Margaret, last year you had an issue that you are going to the hospital. What were you closed the school? So what was the results? I told him, they had written in the results.
Suspicious malignancy. Yes.
Because I'm not feeling pain and the doctors in Kenyatta have gone on a strike. I just let it go. He asked me, what? Yes, I've not gone to the hospital. I told him, Margaret, let me advise you. You need to seek doctors' advice from there. Even if the doctors are on strike, you can still go to other hospitals.
Yeah.
I told him, I can only go to the private hospitals. and I don't have anything. I've not even completed the loans for my children, the education and the like. He told, and furthermore, we have just opened school. That was yesterday, and I have candidates because I was a teacher of Kiswahili.
Candidates in primary school?
Primary.
Okay.
He told me, I am the one who is telling you to go to the hospital. So about the job, it's my, I'll know how to take care of it. It's my responsibility. So, Margaret tomorrow do not report.
Wow.
So go to the
such a nice, such a good boss.
Yes, they will take a card. And furthermore, you are concluding things and you don't know how to go about it. You don't know what it is.
You're not a professional, that area.
So the following day, I went to Medanta. From there, they started the tests. It's been done FNA and also biopsy, but for Medanta, they repeated the biopsy. And then in conclusion, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 2, HER2 negative.
What does, okay, let me just understand. Cancer stage 2 of the breast.
Yes, grade A. What? Maggie, it was not easy.
Yes. Okay. Now, how do you treat the news? I want to understand. So when you are diagnosed, who breaks the news to you?
The doctor. And I was alone.
Yes.
To make matters worse. Although the test had taken long.
Yes.
Because he almost took, it was a long duration because I started my chemos in 2017.
Yes.
They had taken long. But then the doctor is the one who broke the news to me and I was alone. And he cried. He told me, Margaret, according to all the investigations we have done, I can see you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 2, grade A. And now we are going to give you a week. When I heard that, it now clicked to me what cancer is.
Okay.
Earlier before, I did not mind.
Sounded like stories.
Yes. So I just broke and cried. So he was talking to me as I was crying. And then I attempted to open the door. He told me, Margaret, I cannot release you in that situation.
Yes.
Because if I release you, what will these cries and the people here say I've done to you?
Because
so just hold on. I'll give you time. You calm down, and then I'll leave you at peace. So I'll give you 1 week. You go prepare your people, the people you live with, the church. Then I asked him, Doctor, why can't you start the medication treatment? Immediately, furthermore, what am I going home to do? What am I going to do at home? Why have you given me a whole week? He told me, do you know why? It's because you need to be prepared for this journey, because it is a journey. A journey. Yes. For me, I did not experience somebody who has suffered cancer. No, I had not encountered that. So I thought it's something, after some months, you are done. You go back to your normal
life.
Yes. So he told me, do you know why? One, there will be some changes in your body, and the people will be seeing those changes. You see how beautiful you are right now? Yes. I told him, yes. Now it might change, and the highest percentage you have changes. Okay. One, yes, you start darkening. Oh my God. Two, the hair will shed off. I told him, hair. Yes, it will shed off. Maybe second of that chemo. Yes. And you experience some other side effects. Chemo. Yes. So you see, the people will be seeing you. So you need to be prepared what you're suffering, so that they may not start asking questions. Oh my God. Now I could imagine the hair. When he talked of the hair, it had not been shaved for 2 years.
So how long was your hair then? 32
My
years.
hair was long. It was really long.
Shoulder length or back length?
Back length.
Half.
Yes, back length.
Half the back.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was natural.
Mm-hmm.
I could not imagine because I really value my hair.
Wow.
I can spend any amount
On your hair.
But now it is going to shed off. Oh my God, how did I look like?
Mm-hmm.
And it came to be. So
Mm-hmm.
he also told me you also need this disease is a terminal disease and it takes finances. So you need to for the finances you need a lot.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of cash, but so you find that you need other people to support you. That is why I'm telling you to go prepare
Them.
before you come for treatment.
So who did you give the news to? Being the first person.
My boss.
Oh yes.
By boss. Because that very day there was a test that was to be done that was costing 13,000. But because I was a client there, they told me they would charge me 10,000, but I did not have any.
Yes.
So I had to call my boss as I was crying and ask him what to do. So he told me, don't worry, Margaret, God is still on the throne. In 5 minutes, I was sent 10,000. So
Wow.
I paid. Yes. So after that, I went home.
Yes.
I took that week. Then after that, I came back to the hospital now to start. I was to be done 8 chemos, but then I started with the 4. I was done in Medanta Hospital, and it was not easy for me.
Tell us about the experience.
The experience was tough because I was not able to eat. I also developed some wounds from here. There was a lot of acid in my body, in my stomach.
Yes.
So it started consuming until I could not swallow anything.
Oh my.
I remember my family, my children, and some other members of the family, and also the jiranis, my neighbors who were living in the plot. Oh my goodness, they were really helpful. So they were blending food for me. I could not even swallow.
You swallow, you drink the food now, Ama.
Still, I could not make it. So I think the best thing they thought they could do is to bring me the straw. But still, I could only swallow maybe 2 or 3 drops. I don't know. It was really tough. So I was not able to eat. I was really puking every time. The water was really bitter. It was not a good life. So I underwent first chemo, second chemo. That's when my hair shed off.
Oh, tell
But
me
it did not
about it.
shed off immediately. No, it really took time. But the last one, it's only this part that was remaining because I had plaited human hair. So I was lying on the sofa. So it was at night. Then I sat down, but I felt some cold on the head, and I had this scarf. What's really happening? It's really, there is a wind in the house. I just touched my head.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I could not believe it. The forehead and the head were the same. We are smooth the same.
You and your love for your hair.
I was all alone in the house.
Yes.
Because my daughter had not come that evening because she was taking the evening duties or night duties. When I did like this and felt the smoothness, now it is the head, my 32 years
Oh my hair.
is shed off. I just turned to where I was lying. The hair was there. I cried, my friend. I cried. Then I cooled down. I went and took a polythene paper. By then we were using polythene papers. I tied the hair inside that polythene paper. And I decided when my hair will grow again is when I will dispose this hair.
So ukaweka kumbukumbu.
Yes. And because I was not wearing wigs, so what I did, I just started tying a head scarf.
Let me ask you, let's go back to the hair loss. So does it lose, do you lose it in parts? Did you used to collect some after combing, or what used to happen?
Because I had plaited human hair. You see, it's just like, it's kind of a weave. So it will not pour down.
Yeah.
No, it will just remain in the weave itself.
Okay.
So I was not experiencing on the hand.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
So the last bit is the one now as you were sleeping on the couch.
Yes.
So why did you mourn your hair so much? Did it mean more to you than just the shedding of? Did it mean like, did you feel like now I am dying? Did it mean much more besides being that you love hair?
Yes. One, I could see if this disease can take my hair. So I could see my life, what was at risk. 32 years. I could not imagine. More so, nadhamini nywele yangu sana, up to date.
Yes.
If you tell me that you are going to the kinyozi to be shaved, I cannot escort you.
So here for you.
I remember when my daughter wanted to shave. She had that very long hair. She told me when she was in secondary school, mama nataka kunyolewa. So nipatie pesa niende nikanyolewe. Kamwambia tunyolewe. Give me 1 week. I think about that. Unyolewe. Mimi nataka kunyolewa. Nipatie pesa, lakini sikuenda mahali alikuwa ananyolewa. I could not imagine. Hata yake ilikuwa ndefu sana. So nilienda hivyo. So I really mourned it very much. Yes.
You were 32 years here.
Yes, I was gone.
Okay.
So I started now tying the siku na hata hizi kofia huwa tunavaa. So na sasa before wakati huo nilikuwa naenda, when I was not very weak, ningeenda job. So one of my colleagues, the one that I was telling you, Fidan, she organized the ladies to buy me a wig.
Yes.
And so they surprised me with the 2 wigs.
Yes.
Then later I bought other two more. Yes, 2 more wigs. So I had 4. That is what I survived on.
Yes. For how long?
In all the chemos. I underwent 4 chemos.
Yes.
No,
8 rounds.
8, yes. But then,
so how long does 1 round take? No, how?
Chemo.
Yes, the difference between 1 round to the time difference.
21 days.
21 days.
Yes.
Then you rest a little.
Yes, 21 days, then you go for another one.
Oh my.
21 days, then
go for
so I went for 4 chemos. Then my doctor advised me to go for surgery.
Yeah.
So I went to Aga Khan for surgery. After 4 chemos.
Yes.
And these chemos were really expensive. But I thank God for the NHIF.
Yes.
Because for the chemos, they covered almost one, I think it's 1M plus.
So all this time you have your 2 daughters and I believe your family from your mother's side. How are they behaving, your children? How is it affecting them?
My children were really affected, but I had very committed church members from Full Gospel Churches of Kenya. Githurai 45. They took care of they advised them, they counseled them, and also they took responsibility, because I remember for surgery, it was very expensive for me. I could not make it, and the NHIF were only contributing for me 100K. So the rest I was to cover them. I did not have any other insurance cover. So they organized, when I was in the ward, they organized for the fundraise.
Okay.
Because the surgery was 480, not counting the expenses in the hospital. So by Monday morning, because I went to the theater on Friday, then Saturday, Sunday, Monday I was discharged.
Yeah.
The bill was 508.
Oh my God.
But I thank God. I did not sleep in the hospital at night.
Yes.
Everything was catered for. So I went home. After that, after the surgery, I was supposed to be, the surgeon, the doctor, the oncology from the hospital where I had come from, they told me that I undergo breast conservation.
Yeah.
And then the surgeon here in Kenyatta told me, Margaret, you will sign for mastectomy and also breast cancer. And also breast conservation surgery. Mimi nikamwambia daktari, bora uhai. Hata kama nikupatwa ama ni nini, I don't care. Bora uhai. So I signed for the two. Akaniambia, when you go to the theater, there is a test that you shall do. When it is positive, we shall do mastectomy. If it is negative, we shall conserve.
Okay.
Fortunately,
they conserved.
They explained to me when I went back to the ward. To the ward. They told me the test, which I don't know. Yes. And it was negative, so we conserved the breast. And then when I woke up, I could feel that my breast is there. Yes. So I was expecting to receive the explanation now. Okay. So from then I went back for more chemos, now in Faraja. Yeah. In Mpisha, there's a cancer center, Faraja, but then there's a hospital kind of there. That is where I went for chemotherapy. And it was good. Those people were really good. But then in the 7th chemo, the blood level went low. Okay. So I had to be transfused. Oh, this has been such a thing. Yes. So we were being done lab work in Mpisha Hospital. So that is where I was told to go back, and then they advised me on what to do so that I can be transfused. But I had only 5,000 and needed 18. Okay. And I did not have any cash anywhere else. Yeah. So by the time I was coming from the hospital, from the lab to now here in Faraja, some intervention told me to enter a certain office where there was a certain Indian. I did not even know his name. Yeah. I just went there. He said, come in. I went in. I introduced myself. My name is Margaret, and I'm very, very, very stressed. Yes. Why are you stressed, Margaret? Here in this institution, we don't like to hear people being stressed. What is the problem? So I explained, I'm supposed to be transfused. My chemo is tomorrow. I don't have only 5 years. So that is why I'm stressed, because I know I'll not go for chemo. How much do you need? The whole amount is 18,000, and I've only 5. Who is your doctor? Dr. Saitoti. Go tell him to come. The Indian advised this doctor to make my bill, and he paid my 13,000. Wow. So along the way, God has sent you help. God. Yes. So where are we at right now? We are in the 7th chemo. Yes, I could not be done the 7th chemo because the blood level was low. Yeah. And there could come a time when my white blood cells are almost going to 0. Wow. So they had to be boosted. Yes. All this is costing money. Yes. So you're getting this from family, friends, church. the money from friends, from church, from well-wishers.
So what is your attitude in all this? What do you think has kept you strong?
God's grace. God's grace. Nothing more.
So in our treatment journey, umepona ama tuko wapi?
Sijapona sasa. I am in the seventh. Sasa nimelipiwa hiyo bill. Nimefanywa. Nikaenda the 8th one. So after the 8th one, I was to be done 30 sessions of radiotherapy. Mtoto wa watu hana pesa. So my doctor was to stay 1 month, then I go for radiotherapy. Lakini sikuwa na pesa, so mimi nikakaa tu nyumbani. So nilipokaa huku nyumbani, daktari wangu akanipigia. Akaniambia, Margaret, umechelewa sana kuja kwa radiotherapy. Akamwambia, mimi daktari sina pesa, lakini wakati nitapata nitakuja. Nitakuja. Na kaniambia, sasa mwezi mmoja umepita, mwezi wa pili usipitishe. Nikamwambia, mahali nitapata, hata kama ni kesho, nitakuja. Unfortunately, I did not get cash. So, mwezi huo ukiisha, daktari yule tu akanipigia. Akaniambia, what's up, Margaret? Not yet. Akamwambia, you come to the hospital. Nikarudi, akaniandikia barua. Aliponiandikia barua ndio nikaenda hiyo Faraja Cancer Center. Akaniambia nipeleke hiyo barua hapo. And to cut the story short, my 178,000 was paid for. By who, I don't know. But it was paid through Faraja Cancer Center. Mimi nilipa 12,600 za kuchorwa kwa sababu mtu anachorwa.
And God is the husband to the widow.
Yes.
Father to the fatherless.
Father to the fatherless. So during hiyo radiotherapy, nikawa na kidonda kikubwa sana hapa. Kubwa. It was not painful. So nikajiuliza, kwani mtu anakufa ama ni aje? Kwani sisi uchungu? And then nikaendelea na those 30 sessions. Kwa sababu nilipoambiwa wakati sasa pesa zilitoka, akanipigia simu, mimi tu nilienda tu nikapewa my receipts, nikaanza the treatment radiotherapy. Nikaenda for 30 sessions. In between, during the radiotherapy, hizi kucha zikang'oka za miguu. Zilianguka tu kwa carpet. Moja.
Na unahisi uchungu kwenye
Sikuhisi uchungu. Nikachukua tissue, nikafunga.
Oh my God.
Nikasema wakati itamea, kama itamea, ndio nitatupa hii, I will dispose this. Nikakaa. After about 2 or 3 weeks, the other nail shed off. Nikachukua bado, nikafunga. Mahali nilifunga ile ya kwanza. So nikakaa. Lakini zilipomea siku notice. Naona tu niko na kuja. So nika dispose the other one. So after that, so I went back to the doctor. I was given hormonal tablets called tamoxifen.
Yes.
Nazo tamoxifen, they really had very bad side effects. Unaona chemo zilingua nini nywele kuwa black. Hata huku I was really black.
Yes.
This much.
Okay.
Si sunburn. Hapana. Nilikuwa mweupe sana, nilichomwa na chemo. Huku nilikuwa black kabisa. Kucha nilikuwa black. But as time went by,
unarudi
ukimprove. This is my 8th year.
Okay.
So during the tamoxifen period, I was supposed to take for 5 years. I started crazy bleeding.
Where?
The vaginal bleeding.
Oh my.
Mbaya sana. Ningekaa na wewe hivi uone hapa. Ningekaa kwa kitu ila marking touch.
Oh my God.
Because of nikarudi kwa hospitali, wakaniambia sijui wanifanyie sijui walikuwa naita a certain coil. Na huwa ninasikia coil huwa zinaharibikia watu, so nikakataa. Nikaendelea tu kusafa
Wow.
Nilikuwa nikidungwa dawa huku, mara wananipatia hizi sindano hizi za uzazi, inaacha kidogo halafu inarudi. So I suffered the same for 2 years.
Bleeding.
Yes.
So did they transfuse you because that was a lot of blood you were losing? I
was put on Phenophan iron shipa. Unaona? Halafu nilikuwa nakula vizuri by then. Sasa unaona appetite isharudi, Mungu ni mwaminifu. Ikarudi. So nilikuwa na juices.
It's part of the side effects, the bleeding. Ama it's in your case it's the radiotherapy na chemo.
Chemo na also hizi hormone tablets sijui zilithicken the
blood vessels.
Huku ndani sijui sikumbuki sababu anafanya chemo. There is a chemo brain, unasahau mambo kiasi. Kwa hivyo nikisahau huwa anatupilia mbali. Ilikuwa inaitwa thickening the demeanour. So inaifanya the vaginal bleeding. So nikaambiwa the only solution now, by then nikurudisha nyuma kidogo, pesa kwa sababu niliona kuna daktari nilikuwa natumia pesa. Nikaambia daktari, sasa vile nimefilisika, niliandikia barua referral niende Kenyatta. Na akakataa. Na akaniandikia nikaenda Kenyatta. So huko Kenyatta ndiko sasa niliendelea tu na tamoxifen. Unaona? Sasa huko ndiko niliadago the surgery. Wakatoa the productive organs to improve the bleeding because it could not stop. But nilikuwa nimekataa for a very long time. Until a certain doctor from Ghana, he convinced me. Kabisa, I got convinced. In 2019, I was done that surgery. Now, as we talk, I'm okay.
So right now, you are only being maintained na is of the hormonal tablets, but you you have to keep going back to hospital, ama?
Yes.
That's
why cancer is a journey. Because you cannot say that now I am healed, you stop the test or the clinics. No, the journey. So I used to go for 3 months, 6 months, but in every year it's a must that I go for annual tests.
All right.
And so in 2019 I was now removed the uterus, ovaries and the like, and from then I've not bled anymore. God is gracious. I'm okay.
You are I think you are a strong person, woman. Besides that, you are also resilient, and you also have a resolve to live, because most people give up when they are diagnosed with cancer.
That is the last thing I can do. Yes.
What gives you, there is a reason, some you'd say I live because of this purpose. What do you think now gives you the fighting spirit?
It is the inspiration from God. Because the Bible tells me, one, you apply the power of the tongue.
Yes.
That I will live, I will not die. The Bible says that you live to tell of the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. That is me, not in nobody else. On the other hand, there is a verse that keeps me going. That is in Job chapter 5, verse 26 and 27. It says, just the same way a sheaf of wheat is taken, is harvested after it has grown. That is the same way you will go to the grave when your work is over. That is old age.
Yes.
So premature death? No.
It's not your portion. Wow.
It's not my portion. The other one is, it is something that is inside yourself, because David says, this is not David, sorry, Job.
Yes.
who says, this is something that I've researched and I've known it by myself.
Yes.
Mimi mwenyewe. Kwa hivyo mimi najua wagonjwa wengi wa kansa wanakufa. Ndio. Lakini mimi ninajua one day, one time I'll die, but this disease will never kill me.
Amen. I think
that is my declaration.
I think
that is what keeps me going. The Bible also says that our tongues have the blessing, have the curse. It has life, it has death. So for me,
so you choose life. Wow. I think that's a good place to
yes.
to end, and thank you so much, because of Lord, and also having a fighting spirit.
Yes.
And not giving up and making those declarations have continued to keep you alive. And I know that you will get healed.
Amen.
I am joining in your faith.
Amen.
And I'm sure most of our audience are. Indeed, you shall live to declare the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living.
There's something that I've forgotten.
Yes.
I cannot forget to mention this.
Yes.
In my journey, yes, the family, they have supported me, but this my former boss. The school that I was teaching in.
Yes.
That is, unfortunately, it was closed down during COVID. It was by the name Bristol Academy. Imagine, for almost 1 year, I did not work.
Wow.
And when I went to the office, it was just technical appearance. Yes.
It was a private school, but they paid you.
It was a private school, but they were supporting me. They paid for me. They did fundraising for me. The children were supporting. The parents were supporting. I'm really humbled.
Wow.
For those people who have worked with me in this journey, I'm really, really humbled.
I can see.
Bless them.
I see some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes. My church also, for Gospel Churches of Kenya, Githurai 45, they are amazing brethren. I cannot forget them.
Wow.
Up to date, we work with them.
Wow.
My family, the same. And above all, God, the Creator. He has made me the way I am because He is. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for encouraging us. And encouraging someone who is going through a tough situation to know that with God they can make it. And it also has a lot to do with the attitude of the heart. If you are resilient, if you are trusting, then there is no way your problem or your issue can bring you down. So that was our episode today. Our guest Margaret Mwai has shared her story, and I hope it is of encouragement to you. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share for this and more amazing story. God bless you.